Uh, okay. Look, I got to cut to the chase. It's late. All right, it's very late. So I'm not gonna waste too much time. I saw Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania. Okay, now I've been watching videos before, people saying more people hated it than loved it. I don't think I've seen a single person that said they love it, but I've seen some people say they like it. But scores were like what, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and then the rest was like 6 and below. But I said I want to keep my mind fresh. I was going into this with an open mind. I even rewatched the first two Ant-Man movies. Now, the first no spoilers in this review, by the way, so you don't have to worry about me spoiling anything. Now, I still think the first Ant-Man is the best Ant-Man, and Ant-Man and Wasp is pretty forgettable, but it has its moments of there's moments of good in there. Now, something to me that appealed, what appealed Ant-Man, like his movies, what made them appeal to me was that they were in their own separate area away from the Avengers or Iron Man, Spider-Man. Ant-Man he had his own thing going, right? It was like little heist adventures that did not connect to the bigger story. They were actually standalone films. Quantumania, I feel like if it wasn't a setup to the greater story, it would have been a better movie. It would have been a better movie if it wasn't a setup to the greater story. Meaning, yeah, it starts Phase 5. It's gonna lead to Kang Dynasty. Uh, I I'm I just I didn't feel it, man, and I didn't hate it. I didn't despise it, but I can't say I liked it or loved it. I was like, meh, meh. It's not. People are like, oh, Phase 5, it's the game changer of Phase 5. It's not the game changer it thinks it is, in my opinion. The best part of the movie was the acting, for sure. The acting from all of the actors, they did a good job. I'll say that. Something else I liked, really mainly Jonathan Majors as Kang. I really liked his acting, but Kang as a villain, he had his moments, but he's not a Thanos. He's not even a Loki. Not yet, at least. He's still getting there. But I felt like I don't know. I felt like this movie could have been a lot better. A lot better. Wasp, for a movie called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Wasp is barely in the movie. She's barely in the movie. And Cassie, oh my goodness, she annoyed me. Not against the actress. I think she's great. Uh, Cassie had good moments, but she annoyed me. She didn't like annoy me like Ironheart and Black Panther, but she annoyed me. And then we have Modoc. Do I have to talk about Modoc? Oh my god, bro. You saw him in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. They took Homeboy's face and stretched it out. Modoc was the goofiest character in this movie, and I didn't like it. I know Modoc's goofy. He's goofy looking in the comics. But when the Avengers game, everybody I know except for my little brother hates that game. When the Avengers game does Modoc better than the MCU, you know there's a problem. There's a problem. I wasn't feeling Modoc in this movie, man. I wasn't. Now, another thing I wasn't feeling, well, the story on paper had a lot of potential, but in I don't know, man. It had a lot of potential on paper, but when I saw it, I was just like, I'm not gonna lie. There were times I got very bored with the movie, which is not a good sign. Now, I didn't like fall asleep. I don't think it's that bad of a movie. I'll even say this: if it means something, I'll put this movie on for like background noise. It's a good time waster. I'll say that about the movie. It's a good time waster. Put it on background noise. I'm working on something else. Some you don't have to pay attention to. That's what this movie is good for. Background noise. Man. Honestly, I think the most interesting scenes in the movies, right, was all the scenes with Kang in it. I'm not gonna lie. There were moments in the movie where I actually wanted him to win. I actually wanted Kang to win. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The CGI. How is it? The CGI is hit and miss. More bleh. I am praying for those VFX artists. They are busting their behinds to make this work in such a tight span of time. I feel so bad for them. My heart goes out to them. It is awful what they have to deal with. It is absolutely atrocious. But I don't know, man. What else can I say? Hank Pym felt like an afterthought. Bill Murray, you saw him in the trailer. He was in this movie for like 5 minutes. The final fight was okay, but oh my goodness, Kang, bro. No spoilers, but the mid and post credit scene. Well, the mid credit scene, I was just like, oh my god, oh my god. I wasn't feeling that mid credit scene. The post credit scene, I felt a little bit more. I was like, okay, that got me a little hype. I'm not gonna lie. The post credit scene, the mid credit scene was like, oh no. But the post credit scene, and I will say, the ending is somewhat open ended. Like, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but you know something else is gonna happen. You know something else is coming at the end. But it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Kind of. What would I give Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania? Again, I don't think it's awful. I wouldn't even call it one of the I wouldn't say it's one of the it's like the worst MCU movie. Nah, I disagree with that. I wouldn't even put it in the bottom I wouldn't even put it in the bottom 5. It'll be in the top 10, but not the top 5. It's above, like, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Widow, and Eternals, Captain Marvel. It's above those movies. Man. It is better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, I will say that, but it's not better than the first Ant-Man. It's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, though. And yeah, yeah. And I heard they want to make an Ant-Man 4, but Michael Douglas said if they make an Ant-Man 4, Hank Pym will have to die. So, hey, maybe we could get the irredeemable Ant-Man with Eric. Y'all know from the comics. Y'all know who Eric is. The irredeemable Ant-Man. He's like the inverse of Scott Lang. It's really cool. He's a really good character. I hope he joins the MCU someday. But the characters, is it bad that I kind of didn't care what happened to them? Is that bad? I think that's bad. However, towards the end, the movie, it kind of like, after the final fight, it just like, okay, we're back. I was like, whoa, really? But, okay. Like I said before, I appreciated Ant-Man as a character. I think he's underrated. I've always said Ant-Man was underrated. I've said the first Ant-Man movie is one of the most underrated MCU movies like ever. I think that's in my top 20, shy of top 15 favorite MCU movies, or ranking MCU movies. Ant-Man's in there. The first Ant-Man is in there. That has Edgar Wright written all over it, which is probably why I enjoyed it so much. This felt like a setup to the greater story, and it just didn't sit right with me. I felt like it could have been a lot better, but again, I did hate the movie. So I'm going to grade Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania C minus territory, really, but I'll give it a C. I wouldn't see this in the theater. I will wait for it to come on Disney Plus, so I would stream it. I would I wouldn't skip it. But however, if you are a diehard Marvel fan and you have to see everything to have that experience, then you should probably go watch it in the theater. But if you're a fan, but you're just like, I'm burnt out of superhero movies, but I need something to watch. Yeah, just wait for it to come on Disney Plus and just watch it. And it's also somewhat short. It's not as long as the other MCU movies we've gotten recently. It's only 2 hours, 5 minutes. But yeah, those were my spoiler-free thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And despite my grade, I still think you guys should see the movie. Again, I would stream it, but I still think y'all should see the movie to make y'all own opinion. And yeah, make sure you share, like, subscribe, comment down below. And that's it. Bye, guys.